All right, folks, let's go to a feel-good story. Let's go to the L.A. Rams where they got Devante Adams to joining the Puka Nacua with Matthew Stafford and L.A. I think Devante Adams got a steal out of this. He signed for 46 million. 26 million of that is guaranteed. Signing bonus of 12 million dollars. So that is something that you're going to, I guess, feel good if you're Devante Adams. He he came from Oakland, didn't work out for him. He went to the Jets. It really didn't work out with him and his bromance with Aaron Rodgers. It just wasn't the same. But for Puka to give the jersey to Devontae Adams, the same number that he's had in college, that's very nice of him and through his NFL career. That's nothing, you can't say nicer things than what I just saw about Puka. He didn't make him pay. I would have made him pay a little bit or something, maybe a dinner or free shoes or a signing autograph or something, right? So so here we go. So let's be real with this. I want I want people to say that with Devontae Adams, is it too late for him to be great again? I know Cooper Kupp went to Seattle. I know that uh, with a younger receiver like Puka, he's going to get the ball more. Let's hope he gets the ball more. With Matthew Stafford, it's going to be almost a little bit like Calvin Johnson, a little shorter, uh, a, a, a wide receiver that can run his routes, but maybe he lost his touch. I don't know. Excuse me. But saying that, folks, I don't know if 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 the Rams should have just drafted more wide receivers. I think they should have drafted more. I think you got to go around Puka Naku. I said his name right this time. Uh, but how much longer can you go with Matthew Stafford? I mean, he's within his 4-year contract, so he's on his third year, I think. But to be honest with you, folks, how much longer can you go with Matthew Stafford, and why would you go with Devontae Adams? I mean, he didn't do anything with the Jets or even with the Raiders. Yes, I know Derek Carr, and God bless his soul, he just retired. Uh, he just didn't have that either. But you know, I think that Aaron Rodgers can't take the blame totally for Devontae Adams. Derek Carr can't take the blame for all that for the fall of Devontae Adams. I know that uh, Mijitsu took over the team when Derek Carr left to the Saints, and he didn't do much for Devontae Adams. So I just think that this is something that it's going to keep going. I guess is that teams like the Rams, teams like LA, are going to still keep trying to uh, reproduce old players. This is a theme of the NFL. Instead of drafting players and having a mediocre year, the first 2 years, and then improving and better, you go with a mediocre quarterback, with a mediocre wide receiver, a mediocre offensive line, mediocre defensive line. This is kind of like the LA Rams should just kind of do the same thing as probably the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, just count your losses, draft well, and then move on from there. So there you have it. I'm probably going to do one more story about LA Rams and Khalil Mack signing a 1-year deal, 12 years, $18 million. So I think there's another example of 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 LA Rams. I mean the Chargers doing the same thing. They're signing a guy that's in the league for 12 years, uh, missed all the playoff opportunities that he had, and he is probably on his way out. I don't see him on the field every single snap, obviously. I don't even see him playing every single game either. Uh, and I just think that again, this is a team that uh, picked up Najee Harris last year, and they got Nick Chubb. So what do you do with Nick Chubb? He's on his way out. So we got multiple stories here of players who are on their way out. Then signed Nick Chubb for I think for $2.5 million. I just don't see that as a plausible thing. Um, I just think with I'm kind of surprised with Jim Harbaugh that he did this. I think Jim Harbaugh would have done something a little different if he was at Michigan or somewhere else. He just wouldn't stay with that program. But I do have one more story. I'll get to that in a second.